Come get ready with me at 40 weeks pregnant. Yep. You heard that right. If this is the first time you're catching one of my videos, my name is Katie. I share a lot of pregnancy and postpartum and just mom stuff in general. So if that is somewhere that you are in your life or just interests you, I really hope that you hit the subscribe button down below and the post notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos that I post. I do try to post something weekly. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So this is definitely not a video I thought I would be making. I am currently, which I put sunscreen on every day under my makeup. I love that the clearance tag's on that. But I am currently 40 weeks and 3 days pregnant. So Chris and I actually did guess that this was the day that I would go into labor. We guessed this a long time ago. And if you're new here, we actually did go 40 weeks and 3 days with our first, but technically we were induced. I guess you could say we ended up having a high leak. He kicked me so hard in the ribs that he actually kind of popped at the top. And essentially my water didn't break, but he caused a leak. So we ended up going into the hospital and I was there for quite some time, but ended up being on Pitocin and anyway, ended up essentially having an induction because of the way that my water popped. But anyway, because it had gone over last time, Chris and I both guessed that it might go longer this time. So we'll see what the day brings. But I figured, why not get dressed? If you look good, you feel good, and have my makeup done. So if we do end up going to the hospital, that at least I'll kind of feel put together. If this is one of your first Get Ready With Me's, I have done a lot of research on makeups that are clean and safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding. So that was the Neutrogena sunscreen. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick. I use the color Light. And then this is, I really love Makeup by Mario. Their stuff is clean. It's also gluten-free, which I have to watch as well. And it's pregnancy and breastfeeding safe. The first time around, I did so much research on what is good and what is kind of can be harmful to baby, especially in like the earlier stages. So I followed the same makeup routine this time. I did kind of switch out a couple products more because I think just the hormone changes in my skin, just things kind of wear differently on me now. But for the most part, I love Makeup by Mario, Milk, Ilia, Say. Those are kind of my favorites. Yes, so we do think that today was both of our guesses that we think we may go into labor, so fingers crossed, we shall see what the day brings. But it is crazy. Everybody says like, you'll know. When you know, you'll know. And like they say that about love and marriage and all that stuff, but then like you hear it again when you're pregnant and you're like, what do you mean I'll know? And I've had Braxton Hicks like crazy. I felt like I've had contractions and they'll start at 30 minutes apart and then they'll get to about 15 minutes apart, 12 minutes apart, 10 minutes apart, 5 minutes apart for 30 minutes and then stop completely. So definitely little guy might have a sense of humor. But if you talk to your doctor, they'll tell you that you shouldn't go into the hospital unless they are 5 minutes apart for an hour or longer. At least that's what my doctor says. Of course, listen to your own provider. But so at the 30-minute mark, we're like getting ready. We're texting all of our people that have our plans to watch our little man, and they stop. So we've had a lot of, let's say, trial runs. Last night we actually really thought like, okay, like this is continuously progressing. We were timing everything from about 2:30 until like 8:30, 9 o'clock Called the doctor, talked to the doctor. They said, yep, this sounds like early labor. If it persists and it does continue to get stronger, definitely you guys want to come in. Called my mom, my dad, talked to them. They were like, oh my gosh, the car needs gas anyway. Like, let's get in the car and head over just in case. They're like, that'll be an additional like 20 minutes or so, and then we'll see you soon. Well, stop completely. Like, in its tracks, no more contractions. Which I have to admit was quite frustrating, because at this point in pregnancy, I am wildly uncomfortable. Mornings are definitely easier than nights or even afternoons. I feel like I've said it for months that from 3 to 9 is like my absolute worst time of the day. So one, I felt bad because my parents were already kind of out of the house and on their way. I felt bad because we kind of extended Carson's bedtime because we didn't really know, like, okay, is he going to Nana and Paps? Like, where's he going? What's the plan? And I just was kind of disappointed in kind of seeing, I don't think Chris was disappointed. I think he just wants us to be happy and healthy and safe, and like whatever happens. But it does still kind of feel like a letdown. And it also feels so strange because you're like, I should know what my body's doing, but newsflash, pregnancy is like the biggest conundrum. And every time you ask a doctor, you're like, hey, is this normal or something? They're like, oh, it's just pregnancy. And so I feel like there's not really very many definitives around pregnancy, which is insane. Because I mean, this is how we've brought people into the world. It's the only way for, it's 2025. Oh, it's 2026. Oh my goodness, pregnancy brain. But it's been interesting. Very, very interesting. But also along that, like, just kind of feeling bad that my parents were out. Like, I am someone that does not like asking for help. I'm very independent. I'm very much like, I can do it. It's fine. I take on way more than I can chew or kind of handle on my plate. And I will overextend myself way more than I'm likely to ever ask for help. I don't like feeling like a burden. And I know that's a me problem, especially because your loved ones want to help you. And I have to remember that all the time, because I go above and beyond to help others. And sometimes that above and beyond is not what people want or need. And it ends up getting probably annoying. Actually, I know it's annoying. I've been told, they're like, you don't need to help me. Being somebody that doesn't like to ask for help, it's been really hard, especially being over 40 weeks in pregnancy, just because there's things I can't do. I can't carry the laundry basket around the steps. I can't pick up heavy things. Getting down on the floor and getting back up, I can do, but it takes me way longer when I'm playing with my little guy, and I just feel bad. And kind of overcoming that has been quite the hurdle, but I am getting better at it, and I'm hoping that I can stay in this mental state going into postpartum and be able to continue to ask for help. Learning. We're still learning. 35, we're growing. So yesterday I had this epiphany, and I texted two of my girlfriends. One has 2 kids, the other one has 3, and I was like, I've come up with the greatest idea. And I literally think this could solve teen pregnancy. So imagine for sex ed if a high school asked pregnant women in their late stages of their last trimester to come in for a sex education talk where kids could kind of just ask questions, or maybe there was something prepared that they could go over, kind of like how they're feeling or what they're dealing with, what they're preparing for. I think that it would be such a realistic being like, this is what this could be. And I honestly think it could be humorous because kind of like when older people get to the point where they've kind of lost their filter, I think that happens too at the end of pregnancy where you're just blatantly honest, you're blunt. And I think that it would kind of be humorous in just like a very honest way that I think would get really good outcomes. So, if that is the profession you work in, by all means, take my idea. Wish I could help. I hope to, by the point that somebody puts this into action, that I hope to be not pregnant anymore, but still would help. But I mean, come on, teen pregnancy, solved, done. I fixed it. I figured it out. Anyway, my two mom friends agreed. They thought it was funny. And yeah, so I'm putting this out there into the internet. Hope somebody takes the idea and runs with it. All right, so I did not tell you what the last two things were that I used. So this is Ilia All of Me Multi-Stick. Love this. I use it on my cheeks and my nose. And then this one is the Tarte Fake Awake. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. It is the cup of coffee for your face. Just wakes you up. Now, I've been doing so much. I feel like I've added all of the last minute things to my purse now so many times, especially with what happened yesterday. And I feel like I have everything charging like on my desk, on my nightstand. I have our AirPods and our external chargers, and I just feel like we're grabbing everything like just in case, where I'm almost like, maybe I need to do reverse psychology and let all the batteries die. No, that would be terrible. I'd be literally in a panic. But I've thought about it. But if you have any kind of last minute things that you threw in your hospital bag, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get this edited and posted in time to read them. But please, just so that we can help other moms and dads out there, throw them in the comments because I'd love to see what you took to the hospital too. With that being said, though, I also did a what's in my hospital bag video. I'll link it below. I also showed kind of what we packed for, I think I did, yeah. What we packed for baby and what we packed for little man as he goes to his grandparents while we were at the hospital. I don't know if that's helpful to see. If anybody has, you know, maybe they're bringing a second one into the world, but they're not exactly, you know, they've never had sleepovers or anything. Also, sorry, that was the Makeup by Mario Master Matte Liquid Liner. I use Super Black. Listen, I'll be using black eyeliner until, I don't know, until a 90. I don't know. But I tried brown eyeliner and it is not for me. I feel like my eyes are so dark. Ooh, we don't need to buff that out. I feel like my eyes are so dark that the brown eyeliner like doesn't look right. Or maybe it's just not what I'm used to. I know people had switched, like last year was like a really big trend in fall to switch over to brown mascaras. I haven't tried that. I feel like my lashes are also already so dark that brown wouldn't look like a change, but also like not dark enough to like not wear mascara, if that makes sense. Anybody else Italian? They can tell me how they feel. That was the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. I need to get a new one. That one is quickly running out. And this one is the Freeze Gel, just so that they stay in place, because I do not have very thick eyebrows. I'm very jealous of people who have thick eyebrows. I honestly think I probably plucked them too much in the early 2000s that maybe I could. I mean, I also have thyroid issues, but maybe I plucked them too much that they just don't grow anymore. Like I've completely damaged that skin. I don't know that that's how science works, but it makes sense to me. So I have been looking up a bunch of different, not really ways to induce labor, because to me, he's going to come when he wants to come. There's not really ifs, ands, buts, or anything that I can change about it. But what I can do is exercises to help my body kind of prepare for labor. So I've been doing a lot, which I already do yoga and Pilates and I walk every day, but I've been doing a lot of research on just like labor and delivery stretches. And this isn't something I just started at 40 weeks. I should be clear about that. I've been doing them since I found out I was pregnant. I did them the first time around, but this time I've been just kind of adding more things into my routine because I have been way more active this pregnancy with having a toddler. So I wanted to see what else I could add to that Pilates morning routine, or even when he's like quietly playing on the floor and we're trying to work on like parallel play where like I can work on something and he can work on something next to me. So, and sometimes he does Pilates with me. I've been adding extra kind of moves and different strengthening things. And I found some really good routines. I will link the channel that I watched the most. It's Pregnancy and Postpartum TV is her link on YouTube, but I'll put her channel below. She has so many amazing videos and I've been doing a lot of her workout routines. I did them with my first pregnancy and I've done them again this time. And I'm so sorry, I cannot remember what her name is, but that is what her channel is. I'll link it below because she is lovely. And I think she has 3 kids. But one of the things that I have trying to do is because I am terrible at drinking water. And it's not that I am drinking like pop or lemonade. Like I'm not that kind of a person. I actually only drink Sprite maybe when I like don't feel good or when we have like Mexican food. But I've just been really trying to prioritize water. Of course, like I do have coffee every day. I usually have 2 cups of half calf, but I'm just somebody that like forgets to drink water and it'll be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'll be like, oh my God, I have not had any water today. So with that being said, I should drink water right now. Plus, to help me with it, Chris got me the cutest awala for Christmas. I'm a neutral gal, and this is so cute, and it does help because it's adorable, and I will carry it everywhere, and it's giant. But I've been trying to drink at least 2.5 of those every day, and then, I mean, like, I crush water at night. It feels like I'm the thirstiest when I'm sleeping. Make that one make sense? I know that, like, that is something that is so important. I feel like when we were in labor with Carson, like the nurse kept coming in and being like, are you drinking water? Are you drinking water? Which like she didn't really explain why. But it's something that I remember where I was like, oh my God, geez, yeah, I'm drinking water. Also, if you know why, I mean, other than just like good hydration, why it is so important. I've not done total research on that. I'd love to hear why. And I'm sure other people will too. That was the Milk waterproof mascara. I figured waterproof would be good today just in case we do go into labor and we head to the hospital because there will be lots of tears. I'm a crier. And I'd rather any first pictures we happen to take with our new guy, I'd rather not have mascara down my face. All right. This is the Say Glowy Super Gel. I use Star Glow. I know they have other colors, but just based on my complexion, this one is the one I like the most. Is it a lot for possibly just working from home and going to the hospital? Yeah, it is. But I don't care. I'm 40 weeks pregnant, and if I want to look nice, I'm going to. So I will put that on. It just makes me feel girly and cute. Well, that is the look for today. I will be posting more postpartum things after baby is here, and I really hope that those help because they're things that I looked for in the internet because I definitely struggled last time. So I hope that I can be kind of like your online best friend, big sister resource that helps you get through those times or maybe gives you some tactics that have been helping me. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, and let's fingers crossed that I am not making a week 41 get ready with me. So see you in the next one, hopefully with a baby. Bye.